You are listening to Bumping Into Walls here on CJSW 90.9 on that FM dial. And of course, if you missed us, well, too late. Oh, wait a minute. That's what I would say if it's 1995. But luckily, we're in 2026, and you can catch us on podcast on the CJSW app. So you know what? Just download the CJSW app. That's where all the cool kids get their stuff. I have it downloaded. Also, you can reach out to the show at Bumping Into Walls, CJSW at gmail.com. That is Bumping Into Walls, CJSW at gmail.com. Write in, say hi. Even if we completely sucked, let us know. Actually, don't let us know.
Who is this guy that's talking?
Well, some guy.
Your name is Dave, right?
I am Dave.
And my name is Anthony.
Yep.
And we got all the preliminaries out of the way. Oh, and we are broadcasting on Treaty 7 land. There, got that out of the way. It's all good to go.
All right, housekeeping's done. Now let's get into it. Anthony, it's been a while. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that, because really we do talk quite often off air and what have you. And of course, we do go bowling.
Yeah.
I do that every other
Bowling
week.
is going to be done here in April, so
that's coming up really
fast.
quick. I tell you, spring will be here before we know it. Although, you know how it is in Calgary, folks. April to March, April. Yeah, those are kind of wild months because you get that heavy, wet stuff. But anyways, I'm not here to give you a weather report. That is for sure. Everyone who has been born and raised in Calgary, well, you know how it is. The old saying I've said around here, Anthony, I'm sure you've heard it. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. Well,
if you don't like the politics, wait 5 minutes.
Well, you know what? Or wait 4 years for the next election cycle. Oh boy, I tell you, what's been going on in Alberta politics and what have you. And folks, a little tidbit I forgot to mention. We are about living with blindness and low vision. Always have been our mandate. But there's always, Anthony and I do follow what in the world is going on. And boy, what has our premier done this time to annoy us? I'd say quite a bit. As we are both folks with bona fide disabilities. Obviously.
Yeah, real ones. We didn't buy them at a store. We didn't get fake. We didn't get a fake card. No, we have real CNIB cards, Canadian National Institute for the Blind cards, which proves we can't see.
Although that's funny.
Some people don't have them, and they still are CNIB clients, and that's good.
I think you've boarded Red Arrow and had a little trouble with that.
Yeah, I have. But
we
worked it through. So one of the things here in Calgary, if you've lived here long enough in the last few years, we have a new mayor called Jeremy Farkas. I like the guy. Here's what he's done. He said, we need to go in 3-minute showers and only decide to wash dishes and clothes when it's full. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to do a 3-minute shower with your eyes closed. I did it this morning, and I swear I didn't make it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, and you know what? We're in it for the next while.
We are in it for 4 weeks.
For 4 weeks, so we're getting close, folks.
We just started. It's only our first week, and we did quite well. We're doing quite well, better than the last time. So keep going, Calgary. Do what you got to do. Yeah,
exactly. But we will be getting close to it there as well. And 3-minute showers, that's something else.
Hard for women with long hair. Yeah, I don't know how they do it, but hey.
I don't know how they do it. Water restrictions is coming back in the fall, too, so at least it's not going to ruin our summer.
No. The gardeners will be happy.
Yeah, no, well, hopefully we'll get enough rain. I know last summer, first day of summer, in June there, our complex had hey, welcome in summer. Let's come down and celebrate with some ice cream. It was just downpouring that day. It was raining. So, hey, you never know.
You never know what's going to happen.
Aside from water restrictions, certainly I know within our community, this whole legislative change, disability supports, i.e. ADAP,
whatever they're going to call it.
well, that's what they call it.
That's what they're calling it now.
The Alberta Disability Assistance
Assistance
Program.
Yes. But here's the challenge. So they want people to work, which is great, but the people who aren't working are going to lose $200. And we've said this before, and I still don't agree with the fact those are the people that shouldn't lose the $200. Yeah, you're going to make it back if you get your government funding from the feds. But if you don't, if you make too much money, then you don't. So,
well, it's
challenging.
It's a challenge.
It
But
will
I
get
think
better.
most folks will work through said challenges, I hope.
I hope.
I know you and I had an idea, and you know what? Maybe it might be for next show.
Well,
we were looking at spam. Well, you were looking at spam.
Yeah, now,
messages.
have you guys ever had spam? Because we're getting, it's funny. I asked your wife this one day, because she's amazing,
Yeah.
and I said, Heather, would you eat spam? She says, we will always find a way to eat real meat. Because she was making pies that day, meat pies or something. And she said, no, we're not going to put spam in the meat pies.
Ever had a canned corned beef? That stuff's nasty.
Yeah, I've had canned meat that you put on your sandwiches, but I can't.
Oh, okay. I think I know the stuff you're talking about.
That stuff is
Yep.
horrible. It comes in ham or chicken. And you have to take the gunk off the top. Otherwise, you eat.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Oh, man.
I ate that as a kid for years, and it's just because I liked it. But then I got smart and realized, but luncheon meat is just so darn expensive, as everything else is. Even around here, we were discussing with our
Coffee.
station manager.
Coffee.
He was saying coffee's expensive here.
Yes, it is. Even if you go to Costco, I forget what we pay for our coffee. Seriously, folks, I don't look. I just pick up the bag of coffee that we get, and we get it.
There you go.
Price of living. One thing, and I'm sure everyone has heard, how our social programs are the most generous. And I wish Mr. Nixon would give his head a shake, although I don't think he knows anything about his profile.
I don't think he does.
I'm sorry, and if he's listening, well,
Come on board and talk to us. We're willing to talk to you.
but he won't.
But don't come and talk to us if you're going to give us talking points. We
Because,
just want to have a good conversation with you.
really, I maybe sort of understand what they're doing, but I don't.
Then they're also
You know.
deciding they're going to cut money to seniors. Now, I agree with that to a point. So they're cutting back because everyone now gets Alberta Seniors Benefit, whether you have 3 pensions or 1. And I agree with you. If you've got a work pension and you've worked in the oil business and you've got government pension and you've got something else, so then why are you getting this other pension? If that's what they're doing, I agree with that. The one thing I agree with. But if they're just cutting it to make it harder for seniors, they're the people that made this province.
Well, and here's the thing. No, I think from what I read, they're cutting from. I think what you earn a year would have to be $31,000 a year.
That's
which
fair.
is not very much.
No, it's not.
I mean, anyways, I hope by the time I'm 65,
I only got 10 years, so.
Well, you got some time yet, Anthony.
Yeah, I do. We got a couple of cycles yet.
I mean, you got a birthday coming up.
I do, yes.
I mean, so what are you planning to hopefully do for that?
Oh, I'm still thinking it's probably going to be the Spaghetti Factory just because people are finding it a little easier cost-wise, which makes sense to me.
Well, actually, my dear wife, Heather, actually I sort of suggested it. And then Heather read you the whole thing.
She did.
It's amazing. So it'll be exciting. That'll be coming up, I think.
Yeah.
I think I know.
We got yoga. I just started my first yoga
right.
class
You started
yesterday,
And how do you feel?
Well, I didn't think I'd feel sore, but I woke up this morning and went, okay, I got muscles that are sore that shouldn't be sore.
Ooh.
But that's okay.
It looks easy. Well, I should say it looks easy. My Heather's done chair yoga.
No,
which is supposed to be a little bit easier.
I think it is. I don't know. I'll explain how this works. We only have 6 in our class. Mm-hmm. As Alberta Society Sports and Recreation Association for the Blind, yes, they all have long names.
They do.
Have been doing this since 2012. I forget when I started, but I helped. I think it was about 2015, 2016. I came on board. No, I think maybe I was in 2012. I could have been because we started at CNIB and now we're at different community hall. So we've been doing this since 2012. I took some time off and now I'm back. It's every Tuesday for an hour, and it's a lot of fun. We have a class of 6. We have 2 classes. We have a morning and afternoon class, and the instructor has got an extra person to help out because we have a mixture of people. We have folks that are beginners, and then we got guys like me who sort of remember what they're doing, but kind of don't. So it comes back though in a hurry. So yeah, it's an interesting situation. It's a lot of fun, and
I'm more interested because we joke about I was trying to show you how to bowl
Mm-hmm.
and go, showing you the movements. Going, hey, wait a minute.
Well,
you
Lynn
can't
will-
see.
Lynn
So,
will
honey,
actually explain how to do it, and she'll
Oh,
walk
okay.
around and she'll move you in the direction you need to be.
Okay, there's the difference.
So that is the difference, and that's why she has a small class of 6. Anything over that would be really hard. And we have a second person this year, which is going to really help because, especially for beginners, it's tough. So it's going to be an interesting cycle, and it doesn't cost me anything because I'm involved with the Canadian Council of the Blind, which is another organization for the blind, and they pay for the class. So I'm like, right on, okay, good. So
that helps. And
It does help,
I get a
yes.
call. I think it's from CNIB or somebody every now and then
Mm-hmm.
if I'd be interested in yoga. No, you know what? It is not my thing.
well, if CNIB are doing yoga, that's unusual.
Well, I think if I would be interested in that, but I think you
We
know,
try
I mean,
to not.
That was a
duplicate.
while ago.
We
I mean,
try
I
not
just-
to duplicate services, so we and CNIB and CCB are quite connected, and they actually work well together, which is good to see. It's just, it's going to be interesting to see how the class goes. One of our people was on her way to class, and her cane snapped, and she literally had to get some help to get to the hall. Because when your cane snaps, and it was probably the bottom link that snapped, your cane is basically useless. So she got it done, and you never know when it's going to happen. So, it's one of those challenges. You just never know.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, mine broke, and I got to go down there. And
You
get
keep
more-
saying that, but it'll be I mean, we'll get a new station manager before you actually get there.
No, I'll get there. I mean,
You realize we love to kid around here. That's what we do.
always.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, but we do have lives outside of them.
We do.
Obviously.
Well, one of the things that I'm really excited about is Accessible Media Incorporated, who do a lot of programming for the disabled. They have a website called AMI.ca. They have a TV station, and they have a French TV station, and they have a audio reading service. So if you're really interested in that kind of programming, you can even watch it online because, of course, everybody else has podcasts, and so do they. So they also helped the regular TV stations in this networks in this country get described video. And I can remember when it first started, there was a show called Bob and Margaret, and it never worked. They would always come up with a little notice saying, "We're sorry, described video doesn't work this week." It took them I don't know how many months for Global to get it together, but they finally did. So all the stations have described video, including CBC, believe it or not. So yeah, they have a lot of different types of shows. They have had some good shows, but they are in the process of reorganizing, I think. But yeah, if you like to learn more about the disabled world, that's one place. And CBC also has a disability section for their news stories because unfortunately a lot of those stories come and go. So on top of us, you've got a lot of great places to go, but we should be your first because we're local to Calgary anyway.
That is correct. And you know what? And staying on top of local stuff in terms of what's going on, it's very interesting. As you know, I mean, there's another war, yes.
Yeah, out in Iraq, our amazing neighbors, Donald Trump. I think that's his name. I got a different name for him, but I can't say it on air.
No, leave it.
He actually, they're still fighting. One of the things I discovered, it was on CBC. Yes, I listened to CBC, unfortunately. There was wherever it was, I heard it. There's a gentleman who was calling in from Saudi Arabia. They talked to him. He was talking about hearing loss. Now, I know that's not blindness related, but more and more people would have hearing loss because you think about it, all these bombs are dropping around you. So they gave some good tips as to how to avoid hearing loss, like stay inside behind walls. Plug your fingers in your ears if you don't have earplugs. Things like that we would never think of. So,
Well, of course not.
We're very lucky to be in Canada, and so, that's kind of where we are. And another story that came across the wire a couple weeks ago, a young boy, he's 13, He lives in Athabasca or somewhere up there. He is autistic. Okay, he's not blind, but he's autistic, and sometimes blindness and autistic go together. Anyway, his school division wants to help him, but our amazing government has decided that he doesn't deserve or doesn't get enough support. So there are days when he's not even in school. His mom has 5 other kids. She's wanting to homeschool all of them now and maybe move back to Newfoundland. This is what our amazing... Basically, what's happened is that our amazing premier is making the disabled feel like they are less than. And so maybe there will be this great exodus, which is maybe what she's hoping for, of disabled people going anywhere but Alberta.
Well, I mean...
It's sad. It's sad that this young boy who has enough on his plate, and they even said on the piece, the mom said, he thinks nobody likes him. Now, think about it. That could be any blind kid you know, especially now with the fact that I was in school with an aide since grade 7 to grade 12. Thank God I had one, because if I didn't, I probably would have learned more. But still, it's for me, I had to work really hard because Braille takes longer to read. So does listening to stuff, even if you speed it up. I've tried it. And sometimes you don't go as far as you think. But yeah, that's kind of where what's going on in this great province right now. I wish we had more positive stuff for you. But you got to think, I feel really bad for that family because...
Oh, well, and it's funny when it comes to school. I mean, I went to school during the Klein years.
So did I.
So enough said.
Enough said there. If you were around in those days, but we got Ralph Bucks, but we don't have Danielle Bucks.
We sure did. I thought we did. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, we don't. But I remember that.
Yeah, I spent mine real fast. Just for being
here in Alberta. So did I. Just for being here in Alberta.
Now, that could change the way things are going, the way the oil... Here's the thing. Stuff is getting so expensive now because of the oil going sky high. I mean...
So does this really mean more canned meat? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm kidding. I don't think so. I know
a lot of people are avoiding beef because it's too... But yet, beef is born right here, so I can't believe why we're paying so much, but that's what...
I can't believe what it costs for a steak. I think I heard somebody say $100.
Yeah, $100 at... Well, no, it's probably around 70 if you go to the store.
Right.
But 100 if you go to a big steak restaurant, which
like
we won't mention. Yeah, those guys. We can't actually do advertising around here. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I was just saying. That's everyone knows if you're going to go for a steak. I mean, but anyways, going out in general is what I was getting at.
I find that. So for those of you who just popped in out of whatever you were doing, we are bumping into walls, and we bring the blind and vision impaired community's issues to the rest of the beyond and the world. So welcome aboard.
From the city, Calgary, and beyond.
Oh, and by the way, if you miss us, as we said at the top of the show, you can check us out at the CJSW app. And by the way, I have had blind friends check it out. It's very accessible. You just type in the search box what you're looking for, and you can find it. And there's a bunch of other shows around. I know Accessible Airways, which is similar to ours, is there. There's lots of music shows. Gosh, I could go on for days. There's over 110 shows here at the station, so there's got to be something that suits your palate.
So there you go.
There we are.
Because I forgot. Well, I mean, I didn't forget. I was going to get around there eventually. But, I think what's been going on lately, and of course the Middle East thing, it's going to make living, although I thought I heard something about oil might go up a bit. Well,
it was 116 at one point, and now it's going back down because Trump has made some statements. Now it's around $89 a barrel now. So who knows?
Which I think are wonderful geniuses at the Alberta government. I think they base their budget on the price of oil.
They do, yes. They're trying to do different, but...
Well, it's like a roller coaster ride. I'm sure anybody will tell you can't put all your eggs in one basket. But, however... True. We don't get paid to make the big decisions. And you know what? No. Thank goodness.
I'm glad, because I don't think I could be in... Now, that's the other thing that I've noticed. We don't see any disability representation in the government, or even in the other parties. We just don't see it. Whether you're blind, dyslexic, whatever, you just don't see yourselves.
Here's the thing. Would you want the job?
I'd want it because at
people-
least it'd pay me better than Aish.
Well, you gotta have a thick skin.
You got to have a
though.
thick skin, and you have to have the understanding of how to do the job. But if you have a good team around you, I think it could work.
But
I really do.
But really, I think it's not easy. It
No, it's
looks
not.
easy.
Oh, yeah.
If you know what I mean. I mean, we've had comments. Oh, you just walk into the room and get behind the mic and you're done. Well, hey, guess what? It's a lot of planning that goes into
yeah.
each show.
There is.
I know we've walked in here. This sounds like a great idea. We walked in here.
We forgot our idea.
yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. So
But yeah, no. If you guys are interested in disability related stuff, now, how do you think about the fact that there's a pride, there's gay pride, but there's also disability pride? Now, the last time I saw that happen here in Alberta, it didn't look real good. There was a bunch of folks at a group home. I guess they hauled them all out to downtown, and there weren't that many there at that time. This was many, many years before COVID, I think. And I don't know what's happened since. I don't see a lot of information. I don't see a lot of that stuff happening.
oh no, there is a disability pride. I think it's in July.
I'd have to look. But
Again,
we
something-
didn't plan for this.
Yeah,
so
I
this
didn't. I
is-
didn't do my homework on that. But
I didn't
I'm
do my
pretty-
homework either. But yes, there is a Disability Pride Month.
Yes.
But we don't see, like, they categorize everybody under the same disability, which is under the same month, which is fine.
I personally, I wouldn't want to be out in a parade. Hey, look at me! I'm,
No, I wouldn't either. So
Although we're on the radio, it's a little different.
it's a little different for us.
You
but
don't see your audience. I certainly don't need to be out there parading around and singling my. I mean,
some people love it. Some people are, some people make, but the amount of people that don't are probably higher than the ones that do.
but really, I'm for me personally, like it's just it's great. Hey, you want to have something like that to, I guess, shed light on stuff. But
great.
really, I
Most of us just want to get through our lives and not have to advocate all day, every day. A friend said this to me at bowling on the way home one day. She said, I get really tired of advocating all the darn time. And I
Yeah.
said, I get it. She
Yeah.
says, you're the first person that actually understood that. It'd be like if you were sighted and everybody else around you didn't have sight, but you didn't understand them. That's how it feels for us sometimes. I walk through a mall and I had a person try to help me, which was fine. He or she did fine. But what they didn't realize is I was using the wall as a landmark, and they took me right by the door I was aiming for. But I didn't get mad. I'm glad that they helped me. But that's the thing. You just don't know. People come up to you. They don't ask sometimes. They just grab. And that's what this person did, which was really disconcerting.
yeah, that must be frustrating.
It was, and I didn't lose my collective marbles, although I wanted to, because the English just wasn't there for them to understand what I would tell them anyway. So I just rolled with it and figured, well, I can't get too lost. If I hit a parking lot, I'll go backwards, and I did.
And did you see one Sunday morning, host you were at church, somebody's walking down the aisle blindfolded, and
Yes,
and
last
there was
week.
yeah.
Now, last week, I'll fill you in. We have folks from the university that come in. They come in every year to talk about what they're doing over at the U of C at the United Church. And I don't know what Reverend Nancy was friggin' thinking. I know what she was thinking. But the woman who did this had bigger balls than I do. So basically, they had all the kids up there. And they said, okay, we are going to let you direct this lady through this maze. Now, all the kids are yelling. Some are better than others at yelling. So she's hearing all these voices. Finally, they said, okay, this isn't working, because she just froze. She didn't move. She just froze. So finally, they said to one little girl, okay, you only listen to this person. And this little girl, I don't know how old she was, but she was really descriptive. Okay, go 3 steps forward, turn left, instead of go that way, go right, go left, go over there.
And that's sometimes me.
Oh, yeah, well, it's
When
anybody.
I'm trying to help you out, and it's anybody.
It's anybody, so I can't be mad at them.
Oh, that's funny. And
So it made me, I was going to walk up there and save her bacon, but the
Nah,
lady
no.
beside me said, no, I think they got this. And one of our ministers walked by and he goes, you're not going to go up there, are you? I said, yeah, I might just. He goes, no, it's under control. We realize this isn't working.
no,
So we're gonna fix it.
kidding. Talk about an experiment. That
But it was a good experiment because it
Yeah.
there was a reason why they did it. But I said that, for someone to become blindfolded, I talked to her briefly before I left, and she said that was really scary because suddenly I lose a sense. And I never thought of it. I never thought of it.
Well, scary, yes, but I'm sure you've had it where people, oh yeah, I know what it's like to be totally blind. I had a blindfold on for a half an hour. It was bad. Well, yes, it gives them
An experience, yes.
an idea, but they can take it off.
They know they can see when they take it off. Just like when you're going to get your operation, you know you're going to have sight after that day. So
yeah. But the thought of that's very unnerving.
Oh, it's got to be
but,
unnerving.
I mean,
Yeah, it's got to be
it's
unnerving.
going to throw me off for the, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be going out and partying after.
Oh, no. No.
I'm sure that will. I'll just want to relax and
would.
get Heather to weigh in on me hand and foot.
That might not happen as well as you think.
No,
but
probably not. I'll probably get my what handed to me. But
you might. You might.
Well,
you never know.
but that's. Yeah, that's coming up at some point. I don't know
that's-
when yet.
Yeah.
But as we know, everyone gets cataracts. That's what I'll be.
I'm
looking
lucky
at.
I don't have them. Oh, by the way, here's something else that I'm going to throw this out at you. So I am looking at reading a couple of blindness-related books. One of them is by a Canadian author. Her name's Molly Burke. It's How I Lost My Sight But Found My Voice. Now, this woman was originally from Toronto. She got picked up by Abrams Publishing in New York. She moved to L.A., I guess. She was on the Trevor Noah show, and he said to her, "You should write a book." Well, she did. It's 6 hours long. I will admit to you, I didn't get through. I got through chapter 1 or 2 and stopped. Now, it was read by the author, and it was well done. But maybe because I'm older than her, she's in her 30s now. She started out as a YouTube star doing makeup tutorials to show people how blind people put makeup on, which at the time I thought was really silly, but now I kind of realized it was her shtick.
I kind of one would realize I'm sure the most common question you get is how do you get dressed?
Oh, yeah. I had that when I had a government worker come to our house. She said, well, how do you manage it? And we explained it. It was all good. I sometimes don't know color. And you'd be amazed how many people think we do. But would you read a book like I just mentioned?
No, I've mentioned many times off air. No, that's not my thing. If I'm going to read a book, I'm going to go into James Patterson.
Oh, me too.
It's not my...
So if you're interested in checking her out, she's got a webpage. No publicist, believe it or not. She's got a small team anyway. It's called mollyburkeofficial.com. Now, it explains to you that she was a model, which surprises the heck out of me. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but she wanted to be a motivational speaker from teenagehood. And if I can force myself to read the book, I will come back with a report, but I don't know if I can.
yeah. I mean,
I don't know if I'm going to do that right now. I'm reading a good spy novel, so I think that takes precedence. But I'm just wanting to let people know that people who are disabled are writing books, and she really thought about when she wrote it. She made sure the print was the right size for those who couldn't see well. She made sure it was the right color for those who have autism so that it wouldn't set them off. There were a lot of considerations she made, so I give her credit for all those things. But whether I want to read her work, I don't know. But for those of you who may want to check it out, because I live in this world, sometimes I'm too critical. But for the rest of you, by all means, check it out. It's Canadian, so.
There you go. And of course, summertime will be coming up. But
Yeah,
what? We got to
get
wrap
out of here.
things up here. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone who listens and they're spending,
Their half hour.
Their half hour with us. And we'll see everyone in C.
See everyone next time.
Next month.